All right. Got this final coming to you live from Madson's here in Lincoln, Nebraska. Got Dan Smoothlicious Schmieder versus Flatbill Phil Ware. Race to 5 each set. Win 2 out of 3 sets. Set progression will be 8, then 9, then 10 ball. Each set, race to 5. Getting ready to start up. We're going to be lagging for the break. Now we got Dan on the right, Phil on the left. 2 stripes are rolling. Phil with the first break. All right, if anybody can hear me out there, let me know. Let me know how it's looking and how it is sounding. I'm going to take a minute while he's racking there and get this stream shared out there. Phil grabbing the brake stick. All right, from that spot, looks like we're going head ball break. Got to say, I believe this is the first time I've seen Phil. And we've got a dry break for the first. Oh, no, something did drop. I missed it. Well, definitely looking like stripes is going to be the choice. Trying to get after that 13 and 9 right away. That 13 bothers your shape for the 9. But looks like he ended up leaving the ball up table. Pretty sure he was trying to get either after the 13 or 9 first. I don't know that the 13 passes the 9 into the corner. Now he can get onto either one of them from here. Looks like the angle's taking him towards the 13, so maybe playing for the 9. Nine, 13, 15, 8 looks like a nice little out. Unless he's taking the 13 for last. Oh, I'm not sure that's what he was going for. All right, someone drop a comment if you would. Let me know that you can hear me. All right, coming around for the 9 or 13. Let's bring Dan to the table for the first time. Definitely got some work to do on the solids with the 415 on that rail. Do believe the 4. Look back at the screen here. Yeah, I think the 4 does go. Then you've got the 6 all on that same rail. Let's see how he goes after it. Well, he went after it, and Forgot about pocketing the ball part of it. All right. Let me know if you guys are hearing me out there. I'm still not seeing any comments come in. Let's come around. Looks like he's got a piece of the 13, but not the piece he wants to see. All right. Thank you, Stacy. Yeah, I think definitely leaving that 913, not going after those two right away. Ended up putting him in this situation. Looks like Dan's going to get a turn at the table again. Get back to the table. What he'll be looking at remains to be seen. But we can see enough of the 13. Might be able to try to put the cue ball under the 4. Or try to, looks like he might be, oh, we got the jump cue. Got the clean hit. Got the cue ball down. No love there. All right, so now with the ball in hand, I expect Dan to do some damage here. And just maybe sit on that 5 ball, take care of that 5-1 right off the bat. I think he was considering getting the 4, taking the 4 to the 5, but I like this better. Get on that 5 ball right away. All right, now he's got the 4. Doesn't want to be on the rail, but shouldn't be a problem. All he has to do is go forward around the back side of the 9, come up table a little bit, and he'll have a shot. Anywhere from just coming off that side rail to coming up center table. Good firm stroke here. Oh no. Oh, decided not to stroke it. Left a longer shot. I thought he was going to give that same angle a little more pace. Because he was just ensuring that he left himself a clear shot. Didn't bring the 13 into play. Doesn't want to get on top of that, but he bounced off a little bit. And just take it straight across to the other rail or possibly go 3 rails forward. All right, good shot there. Left himself a little bit of a cut. Shouldn't be a problem. So game 1 is to Mr. Smoothalicious himself, Dan Schmieder. All right, nice work there from Dan on getting out that final rack. We're getting out on that final turn at the table. Now, Phil broke first rack. Dan will be breaking here. A 1-0 lead. Dan with the break. Hey, Andy, I didn't until recently. He's popped into a couple brackets now, and now he finds himself here in the finals. Um, I'll get the bracket viewable here in just a moment, showing how they both got here. See if I can find that somewhere amongst these files. We've got the multi-set Lincoln. That bracket's around here somewhere. There it is. Oh, well, he did beat Andy McClure to get into the spot. Also took care of Johnny Griffith and Craig Whitmore along the way. Any win against Andy McClure is a good win. I hope he's not listening. I don't want him to think I consider him a strong player or nothing. It might go to his head. All right, it's Dan surveying the table here. He's Andy number 2 for a reason. Okay. Well, at least we don't have to line up the Michaels by number. There's way too many of them. All right, so now getting to that 5 ball. It definitely goes in the side, but your window to get there is pretty small. I think Dan wanted a different angle here so that he could go up table between, I think it's the 10 and 14. Also got to take care of the 7 here. Still work to do. All right, with this shot, he should be able to get any angle he wants on the 1 ball. Long, tough shot here. Definitely one I do expect him to make, but definitely a tough shot. I imagine he's going all the way up, but it looks like he's also eyeing that side pocket. He has called the side. Well, definitely going to much less risk of the cue ball getting away from you with the side shot. Ooh, caught the knuckle. All right, now some work to do for Phil. Feeling pretty confident we're starting with the 11 ball here. See if he comes straight up table or takes it, wraps it around behind the 8 ball. Figuring out what to do with that 12, if he needs to move it or not. All right, brought the cue ball back up in the center table if you cut the table in half. And that is where nearly every ball is on that end of the table, except for the 8 ball. It's now just about making sure you pocket each ball. I'm not sure what he decided about the 12 ball, which is next to that 5, whether or not he needs to move it or not. But he's definitely got choices if he does need to move it. He doesn't have the right angle to do it here. But he does now. Let's see if he taps this in the corner before he takes on the 5-12 breakup. Yeah, I think actually having it there when you go after this breakout is good for have it there for security. It's not going for a breakout, tells me it goes. Well, now he's going to be playing from that 12 to the 9. He's got a slow roll to 12. Oh, no, he's now going 9-12. All right, is he going to get a little bump? Oh, wow, that is a pretty good shot to get right in that window. Hard to tell how on top of it he is, but all he needs to do is draw it back a hair, and even though it's tough, he'll have a shot on the 8. It's like just a little bit of an angle, not quite straight. Let's get a little better look at that. Where he's going at it might be playing it safe. Well, we left him long. All right, let's see what Dan does here. I'd say shoot the 7 and roll the cue ball up. Making sure that you come up table enough that you take away the cut on the last strike. Oh, well, shows what I know. Well, one more good shot and he's pretty much secured this game. Looks like that'll do it. Looks like Dan's going to get the 2-0 lead here. Game conceded. Just looking to add something here to those ads that are scrolling by. Oh, looks like I didn't put them in the right spot yet. We'll get back to you as Dan gets back to the table for his next break. Now up 2-0 in this race to 5. 8 ball being the first set of the 3-set match. Potential 3-set match. Oh, no, that is Phil up to break. Definitely got a ball down. Got a cue ball surrounded by a few solids. Not seeing if there's even a decent shot at stripes. Definitely looking like solids. 4-ball is not looking like it's in a fun spot. Looks like the 1-ball may help alleviate that little issue. See where that 4-ball is. Yeah, you can use the 1-ball to get that 4-ball off the rail, but pinning the 8-ball's on that rail. That's not. Yes, Andy, I am streaming at Midwest. All right, Phil with the 7-ball to get started on this run. All right, cleared. Plenty of room now for the 2. The trick here is going to be bringing it off that bottom rail, clear of the traffic. And he caught some traffic. Made things a little tougher. All right, folks, I've got a little bit of dinner to grab here. I imagine I'm going to be on the stream for another 3 hours, so tried to rush to Lincoln and skipped dinner. Got a nice little sandwich here. It looks like Valerie got me. Appreciate that. So I'm going to sign off of the commentary for just a couple minutes here. Nice shot there from Phil. All right, that 1-ball's got some guards there. Hopefully you just knock one of the guards on the way in. All right, if he hits that 4-ball just right, might even clear the 3. That would be ideal. Put that 4-ball on the way in, and 4 bumps into the 3. Well, how is that? So got a tough cut here. I think he's got enough of the pocket to get there. Tough cut, but definitely makeable. Oh, that is brutal. There's that side pocket. That is definitely unfortunate. Well, I would like to see where he ended up landing for that. I believe the 3-ball is the one he was. Yeah, the 3-ball. Would like to see where he ended up on that 3-ball. See if he couldn't get the out completed. All right, now as Dan takes the table, I am really now for real this time going to grab a couple bites here. And I'm back. All right, so it looks like we got Phil trying to stop the bleeding here. Tough out here on the solids. Just been coming up short of the out, and Dan's been playing cleanup. Several of the racks so far. Several being all of them. All right. Looks like we got the one ball being cut all the way up table. Thin cut, needs some pace on the cue ball. Oh, how'd he hit it? That was fantastic. And shape for the 5 ball. Worry about missing that 13 ball with the cue, trying to get back across and back out for the 8. Got to go across and back out for the 8. Caught it square. Well, maybe that's. Is that going to give it to him? I don't think so. Well, he's got it called. Eight ball corner pocket. No way. No, it didn't. No, it's not gonna. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is brutal. That is absolutely brutal. Goodness gracious. All right. Tough break there from Phil. Good news is whether you lose set number 1, 4-0, or 5-0, or 5-4, that's only one set. Start new in set number 2. All right. Not that you're giving up on this set. Absolutely not. Clayton, the buy-ins on my brackets are anywhere from 30 to 50 a player. Um, Pretty sure you can find my email somewhere or send me a message on Facebook. I'll get you added to the email list if you want so that you find out about the brackets before they're actually released on social media. All right, so Phil now at the table trying to take care of business in game number 5 and get on the board. That last game, he had a really fantastic out, made a great 8 ball, and the cue ball just slowly trickled all the way down to the other end of the table and dropped in the corner pocket. And I got an angle on the 1 or an angle on the 5, going with the 5 ball first here. All right, I'm going to have to go up there and see if I can't do something to the camera as far as keeping it from moving like that. Let me take a look, see what it might be. I got another tough shot here, it looks like, up in the corner. Oh, he's playing the one ball now. That is definitely not what he wanted. Got a kick at the 4 or the 6. He's not kicking at any kind of an angle that gives him a chance at making anything reasonable. Just hoping to get some kind of a hit. Lots of traffic to navigate and go through. On the 4 ball. Come off that bottom rail. I believe that's what he's trying to do. Come off that bottom rail and up into the 4 ball. Oh, he's trying to come above it. And is he trying to go 3 rails with the 4 ball? So a 2 rail kick into a 3 rail bank? No, 2 rail kick into a 2 rail bank, I suppose it would have been. 2 rail kick into the 2 rail bank. I was rooting for that one. Well, Dan starting off with the tied up ball right there. Might be leaving the stripe near him now there for the end. Not only does it get you good onto the 8 ball, it's got the extra bonus for no extra charge of making Phil's 6 ball really tough. So come up table, clear off these 5 balls on this half of the table. Don't see anything difficult. That being said, you still want to make sure you concentrate and hit each position for your next shot. Definitely don't want to take it for granted. Yep. All right, looks like we've got some speed things going on. It's kind of going up and down here on the stream. Hopefully it's not causing too much of an issue for the viewers. Oh, a little more of a bounce. There we go. And just come off the top rail, back down towards center table for his last strike, which will take him nicely onto the 8 ball. Stop shot here. Try to kill it to keep from coming back too far. There we go. Killed it very nicely. All right, so set number one goes to Dan. Phil will get the first break in set number two. All right, 9 balls the game. See if Phil could get a little better results out of the 9 ball here and force a 10 ball set. All right, Phil with the break. Breaking from the same spot he did in the 8 ball. Break number one in the 9 ball. So we got the 8 ball down, 1 ball hanging over the corner, and the 5 and 7 ball and the 9 ball, all in the way of said 1 ball. Definitely think you got to be looking at the push out here. No matter where you are, it's going to be tough because of the 2 ball being down at the other end of the table. So unless you park the cue ball right between the 1 and the 7, that's going to give you a good shot at getting shape on the 2. Pretty much anywhere else, unless you pull out some Corey Dual stuff and maybe walk the cue ball up the rail, I suppose that's always an option. I'd like to see it. Probably not gonna. So push out, what do you want to do? You want to make sure that you don't leave it any easier than you need to. We've got the 2, the 3, the 4 all right down here together. Let's see what he does here. If he goes down in the end table, he's almost certainly going to get that back. All right. Yeah, there's no circumstances where he wasn't going to get that back. Unless he's got something up his sleeve that I don't know about, which is absolutely and entirely possible. Let's see what we've got going here. Holy smokes. Oh, somebody tell me you saw that. Oh my gosh. That is absolutely ridiculous. I guess he knew what he was doing the whole time, although right now, maybe we're going to see it again. Yeah, exactly. Holy moly. What a shot. All right. 45 minutes in. I'll have to remember to let him know because I got to think he's going to want to go back and see that. And if he wants to 2-rail this one, he's going to come in and just miss that 6. Unless he goes under the 6 off the bottom rail. But I think if you go under the 6, you're missing that 2 ball. Here I'm talking about kicking, and he's got his jump cue in hand. Something going to go? Wow. Well, he did not give up ball in hand. So I'd call that a win, considering the situation he was in. All right, now Dan with the shot on the 2 ball here. Let's see if he goes for the bank cut or safe. That 5-7 makes some great blockers if he can get there. Just like that. I wonder what Earl would think of that shot. Wow, there you have it. All right, so has Dan not seen this guy kick yet? Shoot the gap between the 3 and the 4. So tough to judge when you're this close to the first rail and a 2-rail kick. Even if he splits the gap between the 3-6, he might get a hit, or split the gap between the 3-4. Or hit the 3. Gave it a run, though. You missed the 3 on either side. You got a real good chance of getting that hit. Nonetheless, it is Dan with ball in hand. Smoothlicious trying to stir something up right here. Don't think the 3 ball goes into the right corner, so it looks like he's going to be drawn back to this side of the 3. How was that for smooth? 3 ball, top corner. 2 ball back to where it is now, only preferably 3 or 4 inches further or shorter. All right, so it sounds like the shifting to the camera may be a tracking thing. So I'll just have to find where to get that setting adjusted. Dan looks to take game 1 here. All right, good to see Dan's break here for the first time in the 9 ball after getting game number 1. Phil's coming up with some incredible shot making. Hasn't resulted in any wins yet. He's got to forget about the fact how that first set went and realize he's only down 1 game in set number 2. As the 4 ball drops to the bottom of the side pocket, leaving Dan a shot on the 1 and a chance to get that 1-game lead into a 2-game. You've got to come straight down table, straight at the 6-3, leaving yourself more of an angle. We'll try to shoot the gap between the 7 and 3. Well, it looks like he's got the kind of angle he's just going to draw back. I thought he had more of an angle than what I see. And I'm wondering if he thinks he can make that 3 in the corner. I think he can. The way he's been shooting, or that I've been seeing tonight, and I haven't seen a lot of Dan's game, but some. It's like he, instead of going back and forth, just going to maybe slow roll this in, giving himself a shot on the 3. Okay, that played real nice. Dropped under it. He's got the 5 ball down there with him. I think the 9 ball's far enough away that the 5-9 combo is not even going to be in a thought. In fact, he's going to the other side of the 5. All right, going to come off the bottom rail. Let's see what he does with it here. We'll go get that elbow. Right, nice. Came up a little short. Only got 6 in the side. Still going to call it there. Bring the cue ball off the top rail back down towards center table. All right, a little bit of yes coming over on the speakers. I do approve. All right, just roll forward now with the 8 ball. You've got the 9 ball in the corner for a 2-0 lead in the first 7 games of this finals match. All right, Phil still looking to get his first game. Break and run will do that nicely here. All right, fifth break, got balls down. Are we going to get a shot on the 1 ball? We are not. That is definitely unfortunate. He needs a little something to get him going here. 2-0 lead in a race to 5. Not too tough to overcome. Put that first set behind you. Looks like he's considering the kick as opposed to the push. All right, got the hit. Looks like that did a. Is that really gonna? Wow. That was another one. I did not see that cue ball traveling that far. All right, brings Dan to the table, try to make it a 3-0 lead. Let's see where we're at here on the clock. Oh, we got a 1-9 combo. Dan with the 3-0 lead, making no mercy. And why would you? You got a lot of cheese on the line. So Dan gets ready now for the next break. Try to make it 4-0 in set number 2. Might be a quick night for me if this keeps up. All right, I'm going to try to show somebody a shot here. All right, great kick there from Dan on the 1. Long shot on the 2, but the good news is doesn't have to do anything for the 3. All right, Dan got the 2. Good shape there on the 3. All right, Dan trying to get that 4-0 lead here. Nice little touch there. Is it going to? All right, Phil is still fighting. Let's go. Let's make a match out of this, Phil. His little bounce. Hard to judge shape off a shot that is deep in the pocket like that. Stomp with just a touch of follow. Just kind of a skid it forward a little bit. Oh, squirt it over to the side rail. That's going to make it a little tougher. Got the 9 ball now in the way of him rolling forward. He's either going to have to slow roll it in and hold for the 8, or force follow and pop out between the side rail and 9. Not going to be able to get in and draw this off the side or bottom rail. We are going forward here. Let's see what we do. All right, and we've got an unbelievable scratch. Side pocket. That is boy, puts Dan in a real good spot here to come up and be in total command of this match with a 4-0 lead and up 1-0. So now Phil needs 5 games in a row just to force the third set. All right, so now it's a matter of just worry about getting one game. Who cares what else happens? You get one game. Get this one. You're racking, you're breaking. Get yourself one game. Funnier things have absolutely happened. There's no question it is not over. All right, Phil getting this racked up now. Trying to make something happen here. Flat bill Phil has been a little flat so far in the scoring column. There has been no lack of fantastic shots. Little whip of the cue ball off the side rail like he has been doing each time. Maybe slap it off the other rail. See what happens. You never know. Are we going to have a shot on the one? It may have opened up. Let's see what we've got. I definitely think he's got a shot at the one ball there. What do we got next? We got the 4 ball next. Oh no, got the 2 ball up here. That's the 2. Is that the 2 or the 4? All right, he's looking at the 2 now, first center table. Couldn't tell if the 2 or 4 was next. That's the 2. They're actually 2 tables away from where I'm sitting. So I just could not tell if that was the 2 or the 4. Plus, I'm old and my eyes are bad. And I'm still looking through my Darth Vader mask, which is not a screen to look through, but it works. Right, and tough shot for Dan to get going. Got the 2 ball up here. Down table for the 4 is going to be tough. He could cut it all the way down table, leave the cue ball somewhere near where the 4 is now, and just take the long, or leave the cue ball somewhere where the 2 is now. Take the long shot on the 4, or find a good safe here. We've got 5 balls all down near the bottom rail and that right-hand corner. But getting on the other side of them might be tricky. Oh, and it went right between them. Oh, he scratched. Couldn't see that. All right. Chance here now. Ball in hand for Phil. Let's take a look and see if we are likely to see the whole rack play out or not. Right, I have a feeling we're looking for a 6-9 combo. Coming up in a couple of shots here. Getting onto that 6-9 though is going to be tough. Ooh, really trying to going for it. Trying to give himself something to work with on that 5 ball. Let's see what Dan does with it. He's got a piece of the 4. Should be able to cut the 4 in. Go back and forth as many times as he needs to get shape. Probably going to see the cue ball maybe hit the second rail, but he generally hits a little softer than what I do and what I expect. It did hit the second rail, came back out. All right, let's see if we do the kick bank here. We're lining up for the kick bank. What are we doing here? It might be just draw the 6 ball back, but there is a gap between the 6-9. The thing is, I don't see what else you can do with it, and that gives you a chance to close out the match. I mean, they're not as close together as you'd like if you're going to try and kick bank, but if you don't kick bank, what are you going to do? All right, for the match. You definitely want to come over and take a look. And since it is traditional 9 ball, meaning if anything goes in, he's good. Might see a little pace on this shot. As gentle as he's been all night, you might just see him slam one home here. But we didn't. With the touch, with the win, with the victory, and the bigger platter of cheese, Mr. Dan Schmieder, don't know, I'll be corrected later. Either way, he is Smoothalicious and showed it here tonight with a 5-0, 5-0 victory in straight sets. I will see many of you, if not all of you, at Midwest soon. Looking forward to that. I am heading out in the morning. So I should tell Dan I do appreciate making a short match. Lets me get home just a little bit quicker. Sandy, I'm sure. Sandy, yeah. Is it an E sound or an I sound? Schmieder or Schmieder? I don't know if you're listening, Sandy. I'll probably find out just by asking Dan, who's 10 feet away from me. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. These finals here for Madson's in Lincoln, Nebraska. Dan got it in straight sets with 5-0, 5-0 win. I did not get the bracket image updated, but here you can see Phil had beat Andy to get into the finals. And it was Phil and Dan in the finals, each going to 5. Dan got it. All right, I'm going to go give these folks some money. Thanks for tuning in. I'll keep the stream going while we take care of that.